Hey guys, welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So the annual report has been released for 2021-2022, and so I've gone through it, and I've wanted to pick out some of the highlights from this year's annual report. Now, it's been released as we've been saying, late October, and sure enough, there's been a few surprises in here and a few things we were probably expecting. But overall, it's quite interesting, I would say. So we're going to have a look at it. But before we do, I just wanted to cover one thing while we were here, and a number of people have been asking about where to see the coins, the $2 coins, and those kind of coins that come out from Woolworths and those kind of things. Where to find those on the Royal Australian Mint website. So, as you can see, we're on the screen right now, and we're at the Royal Australian Mint website. So RAM or ramint.gov.au, and head over to our coins. All right, now you'll see here on the screen is corporate program coins. If you select that there, you'll be able to see $1, $2, and 1 cent coins. Now, if we have a look, I'll leave it for you guys to have a look through the other ones, but you can see there all the $2 coins that have been introduced into circulation through Woolworths and, through the cooperation of Woolworths on behalf of the Royal Australian Mint. So all the squiggle coins, T20, Olympic coins, I think there might have been some Commonwealth Games coins as well. Possum Magic, all those coins there, and you can see the mintages, which most of them are around 2 million. So there you have it. So I just wanted to point that out so at least people know where to find that. All right, annual reports. I'm not sure where to find that, to be honest. But if I just usually Google Royal Australian Mint or RAM annual reports in Google, and up it comes. So this got updated as of yesterday with the 2021-22 annual report. Now, just remember the figures. Well, I'll get to that. What we're going to look at first, and I will open up. This is it in PDF form. So the annual report. Now, if we go down to, I believe, page 37, I think it is. There is an appendix in here which is basically amendments to previous annual reports, and we're going all the way back to 2017-2018. So essentially, what's that, 5 annual reports back, and there has been some changes. Okay, so you look down this side here, it tells you which annual report it is, and then the year of the actual coin production. Okay, so these figures down on the left will be the total number of each of these coins that are being produced. These aren't you wouldn't add these numbers onto what you already previously would have read, say, in the 2017-2018 annual report. Okay, so these are the final figures. So hopefully these figures don't change, but you can see we've had to go back 5 annual reports just to get a correct number. Now, I'm hoping that these are all going to be correct numbers, and I'll get to some inconsistencies a little bit later on in this video. But what I want to look at here, and I won't highlight everything, we're just going to basically show you where to find the information, and you can go through and have a good look at it. I have created a bit of a spreadsheet on some of the more interesting or points of interest, so coins of interest, out of the latest annual report, and that will pull some of the information out of this amendment section. So I won't go through and individually point out these coins in here right now, other than to say that there is say, like, all these 2018 coins here, 2019, all these 2018 coins, another 2018 coin, and we flow through. It jumps around a bit. You'll see in this report that there are IRB coins from 2019, and then I think later on you'll see some more IRB coins from 2019, or it might have been up further. The JC effigy ones here, and then later on you'll see some more JC effigy ones, and they haven't all changed, but they're in different annual reports. So I think that's all we're going to cover from this amendment side of things, because I have drawn out some further details in my little write-up. Also in the annual report, if I can show you back here, you'll see an appendices, and that's like basically the numbers for 2021, 2022, the coins that have been produced in that year will be in here. But if you want to have a look at the amendment, you'll have to go into the actual annual report and scroll through to page 37, and probably goes on for a few pages there. All right, so this is the appendices section, which will tell us basic coin production for the two halves of the first half or the second half of 21 and the first half of 22. So as per the financial year, it cuts off at the end of June and starts again at the start of July. All right, so we won't go through these figures, and what you'll see is based on the amendments, there's really no point in concentrating on any of these figures, because more than likely they're going to change. So other than to say that a lot of the coloured $2 coins are all sitting at 2 million. That's the only thing I'll draw out from this. And then if you scroll down, you will get into all of the collector coin production for that time period. And there's some interesting figures in there, but certainly nothing I'm going to highlight. I'll leave that for you guys to have a look at your individual coins and what you've bought, and have a look at the individual numbers. But yeah, as you can see, you can either pause it and have a look at the numbers, but that's as far as we're going to go as far as interest points from this video. All right, so the other way to have a look at different mintages is to look on the Royal Australian Mint website, and I have no doubt in the coming days they will update figures from this annual report, and the numbers will change from, say, 2017, 2018 onwards. So there will be some interesting points that will be made, certainly in the 50-cent one and the $2 one. So we'll go through that very shortly. All right, so this is going to be a quick video, and I have gone through and just picked out some highlights, and no doubt there will be parts that I will have missed, and unfortunately I will forget to highlight certain things, and I may be incorrect on some of my figures, but I want you guys to check what I'm saying and whether I'm incorrect or correct. All right, so basically I've written up, what have we got here, about 10, 12 different coins that I've pulled out that I want to have a little chat about. So the 2018 $2 Centenary of Armistice has changed. It now has a reported mintage of 2 million and has been bumped up from 1.7 million. Now that's interesting, because we would have thought that the 2018 Centenary of Armistice coin was basically finished with. We would have thought that there was no more changes to be made to that particular coin, and I think most people were quite happy that it was sitting at around 1.7. Well, no longer the case. It is up to 2 million, and you'll find that in the amendment section of the annual report. So the next coin I want to draw to your attention is the 2019 50 cent, which is the standard IRB effigy, and now this becomes the lowest of the three 2019 50 cent coins, so at 1.124 million. So you will have to add up a few numbers, but that's where you'll get to based on that amendment. So double check my numbers, guys, but hopefully I'm right and not leading you astray, but certainly it's the lowest now. So that brings us to the JC effigy of the 50-cent coin from 2019. That was low, and I didn't write in what the figure was, but we can actually go and have a look at that. Now it's up to 2 million, so it doesn't really matter what it was, but if we have a look here, the JC was at 870,000. All right, so it certainly jumped up a bit. We all probably had that feeling it was jumping up. We were certainly starting to find a lot more than what we used to. So, and the other little point is that I want to make there is that with that now becoming 2 million, it is equal with the Indigenous Languages 50-cent coin from the same year. All right, so let's move back to my little report here. Now, this is an interesting one, and this is where I need people to check me up on, because the 2019 5 cent standard JC effigy, we might go back and have a little look at this ourselves just for illustration purposes. Now, if we were to take those figures as the amended figures, if I add up the figures, we're working at just over 2 million of the JC 5 cent coin. So if this is correct, the mintages drop from 4.1 million. All right, now we may also talk about the next two as well because they're in the same category. The 10 cent JC is saying 2 million, which reported online on the same sort of where we've been looking at the 50 cent and the $2 coins on the RAM site, says 3.9 million, and same for the 20 cent at 2 million, which has currently dropped down from 3 million. So I hope I'm not leading you astray, but that's an interesting little thing that I've pulled out. Now we might be able to go back and have a look at that. Now the 5 cent JC, I will have to find this. Where are we looking? Sorry guys, I do have to scroll and look. You really have to spend your time and take your time and look through this properly. All right, so here we've got the 5 cent JC at 2.019 million. Now if we go, which way do we go? Nope, we got to go down. So 2.019, and down here there must be another coin that bumps that up a little bit further. No, unless I've got that wrong. Maybe that's what I wrote in there before. But here, later on, must be in the other half of the annual report, it's also got the JC effigy 5 cent at 0. So no more production. So where was I looking? Here. 2.019. So what did I say? Oh, that's what I wrote. Okay, so based on that, no other further ones were created, and that's the same as what we're looking at with the 20 cent at 2 million, the 50 cent we just spoke about at 2 million, and the 10 cent at 2 million. All right. So, and then we scroll down further, we can see here that the 2019 20 cent, no further production, 50 cent, no further production. All right. So it's there. So unless I'm looking at this incorrectly, I don't believe I'm meant to go and grab the 2019 annual report and add these figures onto it. So that's why I kind of feel that either there's something wrong and these mintages have all changed, because if it's at 2 million, that is super low. You know, that is half of what really was the lowest minted 5 cent coin at 4.1 million. So certainly if I need to be corrected, let me know in the comments, and I'll certainly take that on board and make a correction in a video further down the track. All right, so let's jump onto the Qantas $1 coin. Same, no changes. It's still sitting at 0.6 million, so 600,000. So we don't know, that may change in the future. As we just seen with the 2018 Centenary of Armistice coin, it may change. All right, the 2020 50 cent coin, just over $1 million, so that brings it to the third lowest mintage. of the 50-cent coins if it stays that way. Potentially it may. All right, and then we've just pointed out a few of the, or a couple of the $2 coins, both now at 2 million. That was at 1.6, and the 75th anniversary we've certainly seen over the past month or two, and most of us had the feeling that it was certainly going to go up. Plus, the mint had made a statement that it was going to go up, so it was fairly obvious that it was going to hit 2 million. But what I will say about 2 million, there's a lot more collectors in the hobby. Okay, so 2 million is potentially, well, it's not as low as what we'd potentially like as a collector, but 2 million might be the new norm for us as a collector. Now, if you're not into mintages, you don't care, you purely collect for the sake of the coin, none of this matters to you. Okay, it's still the same coin. For those who buy not only for the coin's sake but also for investment purposes, it does hurt a little bit, and I understand that. And you've got to make decisions on what you do in the future, because as we can see, like, you know, if you invested in certain coins, all of a sudden those mintages can jump up over many years. So that's why I'm not looking at the 2022, and really I'm not even looking properly at the 21s, because mintages will certainly change. But if they don't, well, then you're gonna wish you held on to some, or found some ways of getting some of the 2021 $1 standard Mob of Ruse coin, because currently that's sitting at 160,000. So that has jumped up a little bit from 100,000. So that's certainly going to be one to watch over the next couple of years. And just to add to that and probably round off this video, is the 2021 $2 Indigenous Military Services coin has been bumped up from 1 million up to 2 million. So once again, we're seeing a lot of these colored $2 coins are sitting at 2 million. And look, that's where we're going to finish off this video, guys. So if there's any correction you want to make, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. It doesn't necessarily mean you're right and I'm wrong, but let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll be certainly interested to read them. Alright guys, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and we'll have another video for you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.